set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at Chicago. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So the Bulls 5 right now. Porzingis is out there with Noah, and it's Durant. Then there's Derrick Rose, and it's Miles in the 2 guard. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
There's Gallinari with the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Outside Rose. Kicks to Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Porzingis, and the powerful one-handed slam.
A long wind-up and a strong follow-through on that one-hand jam.
He's not going to mess that one up for sure.
I sure hope not. And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year.
Here's Porzingis. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Davis. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And they double up Davis. Gallinari wide open. Portland again missing. The Bulls have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Rose kicks to Durant. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 7 points for Kevin Durant.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Moutier passes to Burks. Over in the corner, Moutier. Stolen by Miles. Outside Rose. Pass to Durant. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Porzingis. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Here's Moutier, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now here's Rose. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Noah dishes to Miles. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Porzingis can't hit. Trailblazers trailed by 5. Burks sets a screen for Moutier. And Burks now atop the key. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Now here's Rose. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Nice shot by Porzingis.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
It's rebounded by Noah. The Bulls leading by 8. Rose against Gallinari. And Rose wide open. He shoots. That's short off the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Burks. It's tipped. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Durant. Rose has got his first points in this one. One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level. And Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
You know, talking about Durant as he looks to recapture the league MVP, you can take a cue from last year's MVP, Stephen Curry. Curry battled through numerous ankle injuries over the years earlier on, only to come out on the other side with his best season ever in 2K15.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Laverne, he's checked in for Leonard. Arthur comes in for Ed Davis. Alan Crabb, he's checked in for Burks. And Trey Burks subbed in for Moutier.
And getting back to Durant, sometimes adversity brings out the best in you. Adversity challenges you to rise above. And Kevin was already at the highest rung on the ladder. I think his opponents should be very afraid of what they're about to witness this season.
Here's the screen. Good dish to Brooks. And the pass to Mirotic. Portland grabs the miss.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Turkoglu's checked in. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Dunleavy's checked in. Nice shot by Arthur.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Brooks with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Gibson the screen. Feeds it to Dunleavy. On the clock. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And the Bulls lead by 8.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Pass to Laverne. Fires the three. Cannot hit. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Gibson the screen. And Mirotic kicks to Gibson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
There's Laverne. Grab, no good. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. Dunleavy up top. Burke covering. Mirotic. And he bangs it home with one hand.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Here's Arthur. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls. Arthur's got his second bucket of the night. Brooks outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. E'Twaun Moore, he's checked in for the Bulls. Trailblazers trail by 10. Burke with it. Guarded now by Aaron Brooks. Inside. Here's Arthur. And Gibson sends it down. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Clock is at 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Fires for 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Grab, no good. And here is Moore. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls leading by 8 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Derrick Rose is out there with C.J. Miles. Then there's Noah. And it's Durant. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. The feed to Durant. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
You know, it's hard. Not to think of great shooting when you think of Kevin Durant. What he's really worked on over the past few years, though, is his playmaking. He's averaging 4 to 5 assists a game these days. Impressive.
And he gets it to go. Moutier's got his first basket of the night. Outside Rose. He dishes it to Durant. He feeds it to Miles. Off the screen. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night. Moutier pass to Burks. Here's Gallinari. Here's Davis. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Now here's Noah. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Here's Moutier. 8-point game. Davis dishes to Burks. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Boy, for Alec Burks, he really started to put it all together in his 3rd season. He doubled his scoring average. Shooting percentage was up. Then last season, a strong start, but a shoulder injury cut short what I thought was going to be his best season yet.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Rose. Passes it to Porzingis. Clock at 6. Buries it down low. Porzingis has got 9. And back to Alec Burks, a guy who entered the league with raw talent, but once the light went on, Greg, he showed the ability to help his team in a number of ways.
Yeah, he's going to be the prototype in terms of a two-way player. He's a guy who can not only score it for you, but he'll rebound and defend it. But what impressed me last season is he averaged 3 assists a game, really looked to make plays for his teammates.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Dishes it to Gallinari. He kicks to Moutier. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim record. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And Gallinari kicks to Moutier. And Durant, here we go. And that one is hammered home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Rose with the ball. Now defended by Moutier. Miles the pass to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Moutier. To the inside. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Outside Rose. 13 feet away. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. Moutier kicks to Burks. To the paint. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Portland. Lyle comes in for Ed Davis. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Porzingis. Now here's Rose. Heinrich kicks to Miles. Pass to Durant. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. A different look now for Portland. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Gallinari. Crabbe comes in for Alec Burks. And Trey Burke subbed in for Moutier. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Kevin Durant. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for C.J. Myers. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns. Here's Burke. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Gibson. No luck. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Burke. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Burke's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Heinrich. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Brooks, left side. Back to Heinrich. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So for the Trailblazers, Laverne comes in for Noah Vonleh. And it's Gallinari in for Lyles. Here's McDermott. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Kicks it to Arthur. Mirotic grabs the miss.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Now here's Brooks. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history. And Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play. And I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time. So look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Heinrich outside. Back to Mirotic. McDermott, no one around him. And the Bulls, another three.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Here's Arthur. They get it again. Gallinari. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Looking at the game Gallinari has been having, 9 points and 1 rebound. He's knocking down threes as effectively as twos, and that's saying something.
And it's been such a valuable part of their offense today.
Chicago making a switch here. Dunleavy's checked in.
Really was a slow. Start for Gallinari last season. Took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Here's Dunleavy. Gibson the screen. The dish out to McDermott. The drive by Brooks. In the corner, it's McDermott. And a little luck that time, but it drops. McDermott's got 10 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Burke can't get it to go. Now Brooks. Floats one. And so we wrap up the first half. Bulls lead by 15. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
And that's just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar. He makes sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 13 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
They've got Myers Leonard. Alec Burks is out there with Moutier. Then there's Davis. And it's Gallinari in at the 3 slot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Now here's Moutier. The pass to Gallinari. Fires for 3. There's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Noah with a screen for Rose. Porzingis. Noah the screen.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
To the middle. It's deflected. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And it's Miles with the jam. And the Bulls lead by 16.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
It's Durant on the wing. All alone. Shot is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Moutier dishes to Burks. Sinks the three-pointer. Burks has got 6 here in this quarter.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead. So we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
Chicago leading by 13. Rose with the ball. Now defended by Moutier. Rose kicks to Miles. Feeds to Durant. Sinks the 15-footer. Durant's got 15.
And how about Moutier, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now. And you know, with Moutier, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it's certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker. That's a 5-second violation.
He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation.
And that's turnover number 2 on the game, doing a nice job in terms of ball control.
Holding on to the ball and holding on to this lead.
Here's Rose. Pass to Miles. It's Durant on the wing. Shoots from the line. And he connects with the jumper. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Rose. Stolen by Miles. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Noah's got the ball. Goes up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Now here's Durant. He's got 17. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Davis against Durant. Leonard with a screen on Noah. Burks can't get it to go. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Spurs in San Antonio. Rose kicks to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. Baseline jumper. And the shot no good, a bit short. Trailblazers trail by 15. And here's Gallinari outside. And that one's good. Gallinari's got 13 points.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker. It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Off target from the baseline. Durant kicks to Miles. Outside Rose. Noah the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Miles. Noah the pass to Durant. Gallinari with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Burks dishes to Moutier. The feed to Burks. Gets the front of the rim and out. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. There's the pick. Noah with a screen for Rose. Free throw line jump shot. Offensive rebound. It's deflected. Leonard with the steal. Burks kicks to Moutier. That one goes. Count it. Moutier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Noah the screen. Here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Davis. And it's Rose penetrating. No good off the back of the rim.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Stolen by Miles. Here's Durant. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
Second chance shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so for the Bulls.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on them.
McDermott's checked in for Chicago. Back to Brooks. Now here's Heinrich. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Over to the wing. Here's McDermott. Good, and Heinrich gets the assist. And 12 points for Doug McDermott.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Gibson. Portland grabs the miss. As their comeback bid had better get started.
I think there's still enough time for him here, Kevin. I think there's a good chance they can make it happen.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
Arthur drills the baseline jumper. Arthur's got his third bucket of the night.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
To the wing right side. Mirotic has a wide open look. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Mirotic has got 6 points.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
.44 seconds left in the third. Arthur, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. .23 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Mirotic kicks to Gibson. Gibson with another miss. Now here's Burke. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He dishes it to Cramp. From deep three-point range. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Chicago. They lead by 13. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Bulls leading by 13. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Durant is out there at Porzingis. Then there's C.J. Miles. Then there's Noah. And it's Rose in at the 1 spot. He feeds it to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Noah, the pass to Porzingis. Portland grabs the miss.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Burke with it. Passes to Crabbe. There's the pick. Dishes it to LeBron. To the inside. Noah with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noah. Ed Davis is checked in for Jarrell Arthur. Here's Crabbe. 4 on the clock. Steps back and fires. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Well, Chicago's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And here's Rose. Fires from 18. Good. He hits the jump shot. Rose has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. Burke kicks to Burks. Here's Crabbe. Off target with his 3.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
And Portland has possession following the shot by Kevin Durant. From downtown, Burke can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 15. The wide open look for Durant. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists tonight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
Moutier, he's checked in for Portland.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No.
Now here's Durant. Count the bucket. Durant's got 12 points here in the second half. Trailblazers trailed by 19. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Burks. Off target with his three. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
Chicago calls timeout. And with great spacing in the NBA, you need great shooting. More than ever, shooting and spacing, Clark, are at a premium in the NBA for teams.
Yeah, well, it starts with point guards being able to break down defenses and get into the lane to create open shots. You want to be able to create space for the point guards to drive, so you need shooters on the wings.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And Miles kicks to Durant. Left side Rose. And again, Chicago. No good.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Now here's Durant. Pass to Miles. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Rose outside. And the Bulls get it back. Noah kicks to Rose. There's the dish to Miles. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
So here's Burks. He kicks it to Moutier. Davis with a screen on Rose. Moutier pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon.
And Gallinari picks to Moutier. The 10-footer. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Now Rose. The pass to Porzingis. Noah the screen. Porzingis can't hit.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And here's Gallinari outside. And another 3 for Portland.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
A nice shot by Porzingis. Trailblazers trailed by 15. And an intentional foul right there.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Leonard, he's checked in for Portland.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Shooting for Portland, taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good for Moutier. Chicago leading by 13. Brooks outside. Kicks it to Mirotic. Clock at 6. And that one goes long. Portland's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right. You know, I thought they did a decent job during the first half of limiting turnovers, but since halftime, it's been a different story.
Moutier kicks to Gallinari. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They set the pick. Feeds it to Mirotic. Out to the right wing. Takes the turnaround J. That's good. Now a timeout called by Portland. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his 2nd season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then. And that's over a decade later.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
Gallinari with the steal. Here's Burks. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Brooks outside. Pass to Mirotic. Down low. Mirotic the screen. McDermott kicks to Brooks. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. They get it back. The feed now to Dunleavy. We've got 1:13 left in the 4th quarter. To the inside. Davis against Mirotic. Gibson the screen. Pass to McDermott. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Bulls lead by 14.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Chicago.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for poor Durant. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.